Good evening, Mononoke. It's a cube night. Yes, agreed. Cube is the best format. Well, since I don't plan on doing any more Kaldheim drafts, since I will be cubing until Strixhaven, I might as well open these packs. Normally I wait till I have 10 just to have fewer clicks, but I won't get to 10. That's weird. I got 2 Cyclone Summoners and 2 of the Blue God out of 6 packs. Alright, so I'm planning to do traditional because, you know, traditional's better. I think I'll give it 2 more minutes before I get started. I think I should open my vault at some point. I have 18 of them, almost 19 of them. But I have so many wild cards. I just never use them all. I don't play a lot of standard anyway, or a lot of constructed formats. Why would I go hard into historic? That's a constructed format. Why would I play constructed formats? I don't need to use the wild cards. I can let them sit, just like I let my vault sit. Alright, I'm gonna get started. It's cube o'clock. See if we can avoid some sort of aggro deck. I'll have more fun with something else. So let's see. There's Sword of Body and Mind. I like Once Upon a Time. Blood Artist could be a thing. What do you think of Sword and Body and Mind? Like in Vintage Cube, it's not that good. But in this cube, it seems like it could be quite good. It also doesn't really commit me. Once Upon a Time is quite good too, but I played that in the last 2 decks I drafted. I wouldn't mind drafting something else. Agreed, best sword in cube. And like most decks play creatures, so it doesn't really commit me to anything. Let's do that, I think. I have no idea what's going to come back, but that's okay. In my last draft, I played against a pretty sweet artifact deck. So let's see, there's Aether Sphere Harvester, which again doesn't commit me. Gonti's quite good. Luminarch Aspirin is good, but that heads me towards like an aggro deck, which I don't really want to do. Not because it's not good, just because I don't really want to do it. The Raven's Warning could be a thing. And then Gilded Goose and Dryad Greenseeker are both very good too. So is Murderous Rider. I'm going to take the Harvester. I don't have a particular reason for that. It's colorless, I guess. Thoughtseize is a good one. I think this card's pretty good too. I think Inscription of Rune's pretty good, but I think I'd take Thoughtseize over it. There's also 2 black-white lands. You like Palladium Mirror, mono brown? I could go for it. I've never tried that before. I don't know if it's the best choice, but that's alright. We're here for fun, right? Let's see if we can do as close to mono brown as we can. Lake Claim's a great card too, by the way. Well, Traxos goes in mono brown pretty good. There's also, what? There's some lands. Captain Lannery wouldn't be bad in like a brown deck. Charter Course is not bad. Dragon Master Outcast is kind of slow, but not bad. I think I'll take Traxos. We'll see if we can make the mono brown deck work. One of the nice things about Cube is the lower stakes, and you can do just kind of like whatever you want. It's cheaper to get in, and you break even at 2 wins instead of 3. Ooh, Kogla's pretty good. Mechagodzilla fits mono brown pretty well. There's also Mazemind Tome. I kind of like the Mechagodzilla. It holds a sword pretty well. It's a creature in mono brown, which might be limiting. I do like Mazemind Tome, but I don't like Traxos is not a controlling card. So I'm probably not going for a deck that is going to be especially happy with Mazemind Tome, although I'd probably play that in any deck. Oh no, there's no artifacts to take. There's Clarion Spirit. Could be a thing. There's Ashiok. Maria's Call. Knight of the Ebon Legion's good. I think if I'm playing a brown deck that I'm going to have lots of mana, and lots of mana means it's easier to double spell, so that makes Clarion Spirit better. And I don't have any 2-drops yet, and it holds a sword as well as a harvester. or Cruiser Harvester. So yeah, that's my reasoning, and I'm sticking to it. So there's Crawling Barrens, Evolving Wilds, Thrix is not bad. It's a double color, which isn't exactly where I want to be right now. I think I'll take Evolving Wilds. I still don't know what colors I'm going to be. It might be good. Ooh, what does this do? That's probably not what I want. Shatterskull Smashing, Jace, Cloudblazer. I kind of like Cloudblazer. Sure, let's do Cloudblazer. No, it's not. It may be exactly what you want me to want, but I don't think it's exactly what I want. Ooh, Thirst for Knowledge, though. That is what I want. I will happily take that. Scholar is also quite good for me, because it digs out artifacts. Is that better than Thirst? I don't know. I mean, it's probably not. I'll take Thirst. Raven's Warning came back. Could be a thing. I have currently one other flyer, but Clarion Spirit makes flyers. And blue-white seems to be the colors I'm heading towards. That's a super late Gaunty. That makes me a little bit sad. Super late Dryad Greenseeker, too. Lay Claim came back? Alright. There's a blue-white dual or Chartic Horse. I think I can't give up a dual land at this point. So I'll take that. Man, look at that Kogla going like 2. No respect. So Spectral Sailor or Spell Pierce. I think I like Spectral Sailor. I may end up being sort of like a blue-white Flyers if the brown doesn't work out. I don't think I want any of this. Thrix came back. There's Momentary Blink, which is kind of interesting. But it's only really good with like Cloudblazer and kind of Lay Claim. Oh, not Lay Claim, just kidding. It's only good with Cloudblazer right now. Unbreakable Formation's good. Baral's Expertise might be good. Castle Ardenvale could be good, but I don't think that's where I want to be. I might just be on this blue-white Flyers plan, and if that's the case, Unbreakable Formation seems like it's really good. I still have hopes for the brown deck, but it's not looking like it's coming together here. Yeah, I don't really want aggro, but you draft what comes to you. I could have been in probably a pretty sweet green deck if I didn't try to do the brown thing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 historic spells right now. Oh, Sublime Epiphany is so good. Mindstone's good too, and I'd love to have it, but I don't think I can pass the Sublime Epiphany. Unfortunately, Mindstone won't come back, but Sublime Epiphany is like one of the best cards in the cube, or at least it was last time around. Probably still is. Angel of Invention could be a thing. Is Talrand good? Instants or sorceries? Currently have 3. Curious Obsession's good if I end up in this blue-white Flyers deck. So I think I have to sort of make a choice here. The like less committal pick, I think, is Angel of Invention, but Curious Obsession is just so good if I end up in the Flyers deck, and I'm kind of there, so maybe that's what I need to take here. If the mono brown was still very likely, I might take Unstable Obelisk, but I think I'm more likely in the blue-white Flyers deck at this point. Sphinx of Foresight versus Icy Manipulator. I think it's got to be Sphinx. So right now I'm probably not playing the Palladium Mirror, and I may not be playing Traxos. There's some blue-green lands. There's an Octopus, which seems pretty good in the Flyers deck. Alrund could be good. And then Inscription of Insight. I think this card's actually not that good. Even though it feels a little bit like Sublime Epiphany, it really isn't. So I think this is between Alrun and Sea Dasher Octopus. It's really close. I'll take Alrund. I don't actually think that this is the better pick for my deck, but I've never gotten to play with Alrund before, and I just kind of want to. Cosima. It's also a blue-white duel. Probably can't pass that. Hieroglyphic Illumination is really good too. But I think I just have to take the duel here. Sphinx's Rev, Pact of Negation, Fae of Wishes, Stonecoil Serpent. I don't think it's Sphinx's Rev as much as I would love to play that card. So do I want Pact of Negation or Fae of Wishes? I think I want Pact. I'm not sure if it's good or not, but I'm gonna take it. Essence Scatter is probably good though. Atris is quite good, but I don't have any way to splash it at the moment, so I'll just take Essence Scatter. This is not a Momentary Blink deck, right? Yeah. Baral's Expertise versus like Thassa's Intervention. I think I like Expertise. I think that's close though. I'm going to take the Palladium Mirror out. Ancestral Blade could be a thing. Talrand. I don't know if Talrand's going to make it, but I think it's more likely to make it than this green-blue duel or Fight as One. So I'll take it. I think Traxos can get out. Wow, Icy Manipulator Wield 2? I mean, I'll take it. I don't know if I'm playing it. And the Octopus came back. Blue seems wide open. Oh man, I love Midnight Clock and Patient Rebuilding, but I don't think this is the deck for those things. There's another duel. Glorious Protector seems like it could be good too. I think it's between the Protector and the Irrigated Farmland. I have a lot of playables already, so I think I'm going to take the land. It's also a cycling land, which is pretty sweet. Crystalline Giant might get the axe here. This may not be an Alrund deck either. I think I'm, wow, I only have 7 creatures in here? Glass Casket is a removal spell. Over Disallow, I think. So maybe I'm less, like, all-in flyers than I thought. I need some creatures. I have a few more than it looks like, but because Ether Sphere Harvester kind of counts. The Saga counts. The Ancestral Blade counts. Oh, Thirst may not be so good here. Thalia, though, could be good. There's also Hypnotic Spirit. There's another blue-white land. I think I'm going to take Thalia. It's a nice disruptive piece. Doesn't disrupt me too much. Champion of Witch versus Into the Royal. Under normal circumstances, I'd definitely take Into the Royal. But I am a little short on creatures here. So I think I'll take Champion. Oh, no, not Hypnotic Spectre. Hypnotic's the 2/1 flyer. I don't really like any of these. I'm not splashing. I don't really like the Crusade. God's Willing could be a thing. I'll take that. He'll go to the sideboard, though, against control decks. Castle Vantress. Saheeli, you're too late. I'm not in the brown deck anymore. Opt could be a thing. I'll take the castle, I think. I don't really have room for an Opt, I feel like. There we go. Storm Tamer. Hedron Archive, you are also too late. Those are the cards I wanted to see early for the mono brown deck. Exclusion Mage could be a thing. I can't really play any of these other cards, so I'll take that. Well, both of the blue cards I like came back. So we're looking at a sideboard card here. Against control, this, and this are all good. I feel like Patient Rebuilding is probably a little better against control. Brown was open. I mean, I saw basically nothing pack 2. So if it was open, it didn't get opened. And this blue Flyers deck was clearly open. Take the Disallow, I guess. I don't know if I like this Essence Scatter here. I mean, it's a good card. I just don't know that I like it in my deck. And Thirst can probably go. Hypnotic Sprite came back, and so did the blue-white land. I think I want the Sprite. And Into the Royal came back. Basically, I'm the only blue drafter, apparently. Like, every blue card we've seen has come back. I'll take the Neutralize, I guess. And the Opt. Okay, so Talrand's probably not that good in my deck. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instants and sorceries. Yeah, that's probably not good enough. And then so it could be like Baral's Expertise, Exclusion Mage, maybe Into the Royal, and Pact of Negation. So I can cut one of these. How many tap lands do I have? 1, basically 2, so that's fine. So the thing I like about Exclusion Mage is that it crews Harvester and it holds the sword and the Ancestral Blade, although the Ancestral Blade's less important. The thing I like about Into the Royal is it draws me a card. Baral's Expertise is a lot of value in 1 card. And then Pact of Negation, you know, can like it's really good if you're swinging for lethal and they settle the wreckage, you can Pact. It's probably not Pact of Negation. I think that's just too good. And I think Baral's Expertise has a lot of value. I'm kind of short on creatures, so I probably would prefer the Exclusion Mage. So I guess I'll cut Into the Royal. This is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 white sources. I have no double white, so I could probably get away with 1 fewer planes. It's not really 11 creatures. So it says 11, but I have... so Clarion Spirit makes several creatures. Also worth noting that if Unbreakable Formation is my second spell, I'll get the Spirit before Unbreakable Formation triggers, or resolves. Ancestral Blade is a creature, so that's 12. Raven's Warning is a creature, that's 13. And Aethersphere Harvester is kind of a creature, 14. So it's like 14 plus Clarion Spirit makes extra creatures. I think I still like it. And I have a reasonable sideboard plan against like controlling decks. Is there a reason to play Alrund here? Alrund's actually quite good against aggro because I can play it on 2 mana and just block with it. And it's probably pretty good against control. Patient Rebuilding is good against control. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Mononokel. But between Harvester and Clarion Spirit, that's probably worth 1 extra creature. Because Clarion Spirit is 1 creature, but it can make multiples when we're talking about Unbreakable Formation. And Aethersphere Harvester is kind of like half a creature. You're right, you can't really count it as a creature, but it can turn some of your little guys into legit creatures. If I really need more creatures, I could play the Mechagodzilla. Yeah, I think I like this. Hey, Senor Revelry. You're just in time for the first match. I'm on like a blue-white Flyers deck. Yeah, I'll keep this. Tried to go mono brown, but we didn't see like any artifacts in the second half of Pack 1 or at all in Pack 2. I'm just going to play the Flyer here. I'm not going to try and keep up Counterspell. Not that I could counter it this turn anyways. I'd love to see a Curious Obsession here. There's that Mind Stone we had to pass. Well, that was pretty good. Mutate. And I get to leave up the Storm Chaser's ability. Ooh, Vastwood Surge. They're ramping to turn 3 Vastwood Surge for 2 more lands. If they play a land next turn, they'll have 7 mana. Nice. I don't think I've opened any Magic packs since before quarantine. Alright, so here's the question. Do I want a Champion of Wits and leave up Siren Storm Chaser, or do I want to go Shields down at the end of their turn with Hieroglyphic Illumination? They're playing red, so they have instant speed removal. So I think I'll play the Champion of Wits. That's fair, senor. Yeah, they probably tap out, but they could easily have red removal spells. And most of those are instant speed. And if my Sea Dasher Octopus gets killed, I have a much worse board position. Well, that's pretty bad for me, too. Well, that was good. I do have to tap out for it, but I'm going to do it. I have Sublime Epiphany next turn, and then Lay Claim the turn after. Man, I have drawn a lot of lands this game. It's a good thing I'm drawing a bunch of extra cards. Yuppers. Uh-huh. Alright, so I'm going to Sublime Epiphany here for less value than normal to get damage in and create a copy of a creature. Target non-land permanent. Target creature you control. Target player. And if they just try to play it again, then I can Lay Claim it and kill them. If they Wrath, well, I'm in a much worse spot, but I still have a late claim after Wrath. I drew an obscene amount of lands this game, but it worked out. So I've drawn 9 spells and 12 lands. Mirari's Wake. They're dead on board. What's their plan here? Oh, there you go. Okay. Third time, not always the charm. Ooh, that was good. So they're still alive? Nice play. I may actually be in trouble now. Because this has Vigilance in addition to Reach. So they go up to 4, effectively 7. What I need is my sword. Wow. Well, I don't have much time to find the sword. This turn would be awesome. Pact, not good timing. Let's start by cycling this land, because I still have enough to sword after that. Sword, sword, sword. Glass Casket. Doesn't really do anything for me here. Alright, well, I guess I will Cloud Blazer. I'm basically dead here. Apparently, Elder Gargaroth 3 times plus Wilt was enough. No. Well, let's see. If my out is sword, if I pact and pay for it, I can't sword and equip on the next turn. So they get to kill one of my creatures. I think I can actually counter that ability. Let's see. Counter target spell or ability that targets you or a creature you control. Target spell or ability targets you or a creature you control. There we go. So if I go block, block, I take 8, 12? Sure. Oh, Gargaroth tramples. Oops. Alright, well I got. Gargaroth was rough. So my bounce effects are a lot better than normal, although Phylath is a bit of a problem. They're mostly non-creature based ramp, so Thalia is still probably pretty good. Glass Casket looked pretty bad. Maybe Essence Scatter. Counterspells seem better than normal here. Maybe Exclusion Mage can go for Neutralize. Yeah, all right. Man, I had a good start too. They still got me. Yep. So I think this will be turn 2 Thalia, turn 3 Ancestral Blade. Hopefully Thalia slows them down a little bit, and I draw some spells to cast. And then hopefully I can Essence Scatter a key spell. That was poorly timed. It's alright. That was a bummer too. Thalia's getting me here. Can I draw a land? Oh, or they can kill Thalia for me. That works too. So I think I'm actually going to play Champion of Wits here and try to draw a land. Because if I can draw a blue land and play Spectral Sailor, then Raven's Warning gets a lot better. I did draw a land. I think I'll dump the Expertise here. Showdown. That's a good one. If I don't draw a land, I probably can't play Raven's Warning. Because I need to counter their Hydra, I think. It's a little unfortunate. That's alright. still get to play Green Warden. Or the Mind Stone, if they care about that one more. Alright, so I have lethal next turn, although they don't know it, with the Unbreakable formation. If they play any creatures or kill any of my creatures, then I don't. But I would get to draw 2 cards. Oh, just 1 card. I didn't realize Raven's Warning wasn't for each. Man, freaking Gargaroth. So if I do this, I go block, block, gain 3. Yeah, it still nets damage. I get 1 damage in, draw a card. Alright, so they've got Escape and Wilt. I don't have any Wrath effects, right? In my sideboard. Oh, but I do have a bounce spell in my sideboard. If they send the Gargaroth, I will block to try and kill it. I have to keep the Wilt in mind, so Champion of Wits, I have to count it like a 3-2. But that means I can block with the bird, champion, and the token. I'm going to hold the Illumination because I can cycle it to draw the card that I put on top with Raven's Warning, which might be like a Into the Royal or Exclusion Mage. Oh man, they drew a flyer too. And Sovereign's going to be a problem. So I could have my own Mythos. There's Into the Royal, Exclusion Mage. So if I bounce Gargaroth and send I have Icy too. I don't have enough mana though to cycle, play Icy, and tap. I'm just gonna get another creature. Cycle. Mage. So they can't play Gargaroth and Sky Sovereign next turn, which is something. These. Do I send the 2/2? Nah. They can play both? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just barely. But only if the goose is still alive. Which it's... Oh, but then they can play a land. So yeah, they can play both. You're right. It's going to be close, but I think I'm going to lose. Unfortunately. That Elder Gargaroth is just rough. Excuse me. That's where I really wanted to draw Baral's Expertise. So if they're at effectively 5, oh man, I can put them to 1 and trade my bird token for their Dryad. Is that worth it? I don't know if it's worth it, but I'm going to do it. Oh, of course they can do that. I don't know why I didn't realize that. Still puts them to 1, but they don't lose the Green Seeker, which makes that attack not worth it. Yeah, I think that's game. Yep. I hope they have a land. So now they can crew Sky Sovereign with just their token. Pretty dead here. So I think I'm on Scry here since I have to find something, and playing my 4/5 doesn't really do anything. Well, but if I play the 4/5, Brawl's Expertise wins me the game off the top. So I guess I'll do that. Not great chances, but yeah, there's a shot. Yeah, that wasn't it. The sword wasn't any part of that. Oh, you mean, I see what you mean. Well, there's the bounce land. Too late, though. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I think they kill me this turn here. If they didn't, I might actually have a chance with the Sublime Epiphany. Oh, it's another reach creature. Yeah, I'll go ahead and scoop it up here. I'm super dead. Alright, well, their deck was pretty sweet. We played 2 good games. They just escaped by the skin of their teeth. 1 life both games. I had outs to kill them off the top of my deck both games. Just didn't get there. Yeah. I like this. Ooh, a mountain. Okay, so they're probably aggro, so I probably want to play Thalia because it'll block really well. Even though it screws up my curve a bit. No, they didn't play anything. Alright, well, I'll play Clarion Spirit then. All the foretells. I think I'll just play the sword here. They could totally just kill the Clarion Spirit here, of course. But if they don't, Sword is much better to have in play than Ether Sphere Harvester. It's better the other way if they do kill it, but it's alright. Ooh, I like that. That means they're probably not killing Clarion Spirit. Boom. Put a Devil's Play in the yard. What do they have here? It's an interesting deck. Looks kind of aggro-y, but with some control cards. Maybe they have a sack theme or something? I don't know. Oh, also they have a black card here. There you go, 4 colors. Oh, how do they still have 36 cards in their deck? Oh, I wonder... No, I don't know. They have 11 cards in graveyard, plus 36 is 47, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 59 card deck. Sure, you got it. They didn't time that especially well, because now I can just do this. Oh, that was dumb. That's alright. Yeah, they're probably new. I agree. So they're just some 4-color monstrosity with a bunch of cards that don't work together. What was their Foretold card? Shotgunning. So with a 4-color monstrosity, I want to be more streamlined, if I can be. I don't really see anything I can do to get more streamlined. I can take out this glass casket, I guess. We didn't see a bunch of hits for it, did we? Not really. So maybe cut that and put in Crystalline Giant just because it's a body. Yeah. Let's see, are they still really big deck? Yep. Looks like they're 62 cards now. Yeah, this is fine. Do you want to draw a land? You got it. Sure. Play this giant. What do we get? Trample. I'll go ahead and send. I can always move the blade if they decide to trade. It's a good trade with me, for me. T-Fairy. Oh, and they forgot to activate it. Yep. If they'd remembered to activate it on their turn, then it wouldn't be dead. Probably don't need this Brawl's expertise. And I only need one more land. So I can play and activate the sword. Hey, they found something. Sword. Equip Sword. Oh, looks like they cut out the other colors. At least they're just blue and red now. Can you mutate onto a creature with pro? Can you mutate a blue creature onto a creature with pro blue? I think I want to try it out. It's safer to not try it, to just try to win, but I think I want to know, and I don't think I'm very likely to lose this one. I cannot. Good to know. And I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to play the Sea Dasher Octopus. What happens if you mutate onto a vehicle that's a creature? Oh, I didn't see your answer, Mononokel. Can you mutate onto a creature or onto a vehicle that's currently a creature? Platinum Angel. So let's find out. So the question is, does it stay? I'll bet it doesn't stay as a creature, but I'll bet if I put it over, it would. All right, let's draw some cards. Lay Claim will end things next turn. What did it get? Hexproof, nice. They have a surprising number of playable red and blue cards for being a 65 card deck. You don't think it would change it? I think it, I don't know. I should have done it the other way just to find out. They're going to lay claim. Oh, did they lay claim on the sword? So it looks like, according to Reddit, that if I put the creature on top, I would not need to crew anymore. Yeah, it becomes the creature on top and gains all the abilities of the creatures below. So it makes sense that you wouldn't have to crew it anymore. Helm of the Host. This is okay. Excuse me. Ooh, knight. Knight could be a bit of a problem. And Bomat Courier. Alright, it's Thalia time. Oh, they didn't even play a land? They're just gonna scoop? Well, that's unsporting. So I saw black cards, and they seem to be some kind of aggro deck. Maybe I like Baral's expertise less and Alrund's more? Sure. And they're putting me on the... Oh. Alright, well, we only really got to play one match. We played against a more than 60 card deck and someone who just decided they didn't want to play. So, that's unfortunate. But hey, we get to draft again. I don't know. I mean, with them scooping the second game like that too, it may have just been like they don't have time to play, so they decided to quit. It sure looked like the Thalia, the Mana Screw plus Thalia, but with the scoop in the second game, I think they were just over it. They just didn't want to play their deck anymore. Either because they didn't have time or they didn't like it or whatever. Ooh, Starnheim Unleashed. Also Tergrid. Oh man, I have to choose between them? I mean, it's just got to be Starnheim Unleashed, I guess. But I really like Tergrid. Specifically Tergrid's Lantern. Alright, so there's a Castle Ardenvale I'd like to see back. And there's two different white duels. Yeah, I mean, Tergrid is more fun, but, like, Starnheim, you can't not pick Starnheim Unleashed. Card's so good. So there's a red-white duel. There's an Embercleave. There's a Baral's Lieutenant. Or, sorry, Barcy's Lieutenant. If I wanted to go controlling, I could take Midnight Clock. So I kind of feel like Embercleave is the right pick, but I also feel like it's not the pick I'm gonna make. I could take Birth of Meletus to try and go some sort of white control. There's a Midnight Clock too, which I like. I'll take Birth of Meletus. There's a blue-white duel. There's a black, blue, black, green, white, or black, green, blue. There's Languish, Doom Foretold. Doom Foretold could be fun. I mean, not for my opponents, but... So if I was going into black-white, is Languish just better than Doom Foretold? I don't care. I'm going to Doom Foretold here. Let's see if we can build something for Doom Foretold. Crippling Fear is pretty sweet. Icy. Swift Response. Karn. All good. I like Karn, but I feel like I need Crippling Fear. I need to have board wipes. And like I'd prefer like an actual board wipe. But Crippling Fear is not bad. Actually, there's also a black-white duel. Let's take the black-white duel. I like Karn and all, but I might just splash Doom Foretold or something. We'll see. Skyclave Apparition, there's a good one. Teferi's Tutelage, that's a nice win condition for a control deck. Let's take the Skyclave Apparition. I like Yorion too. Is that better than Skyclave? It's not a vintage cube, but there's way less powerful planeswalkers to hit with Skyclave. I guess I'll take Skyclave. Maria's Call, that's a good one. Can you imagine Risk Redeemed after like going off with like even just 2 tokens from Starnheim Unleashed? But I think I like Maria's Call. Black doesn't feel very open here. Do I want to Approach of the Second Sun? Is that what I'm going to do with this deck? What's the alternative? Like Thirst for Meaning or Bag of Holding? Yeah, we could do Approach. I like Giant Killer. Wouldn't mind Dreadhorde Invasion either. But I think I want Giant Killer. I don't know that I'm playing black yet. So the castle came back, so did a green-white duel. I think I like the castle here. I'm clearly lining up to be a control deck here, and green is less likely to be controlling, but Castle Ardenvale can be good in a controlling deck, so let's do that. I don't really want any of this. I could take Field of Ruin if I was like heavy white. I don't think I want Grim Tutor. We could take Inspiring Vantage as like just in case. Is that better than Field of Ruin? I don't know. I guess I'll take the duel. There's a blue-white duel, and there's an aerial responder. Aerial responder doesn't really seem powerful enough to me. So I'll take the Fortress. Swift Response, or Into the Royal. Oh, Crippling Fear came back. Is that better than Swift Response? If I'm in black, it is. But I don't know if I'm in black, so I'll take the Crippling Fear. I mean, I think it's powerful enough that I'm taking it anyways, is what I meant to say. Raven's Warning, I guess, is fine. Spectral Sailor. Thirst. Oh, can I play Witch of the Moors? I have 1 life gain, 2 life gain, kind of 3. What else would I take out of this pack? There's Chromatic Lantern. There's Mind Stone. Mind Stone's really good. especially with Doom Foretold. Alright, I'm going to take Mind Stone. I don't really think which of the Moors will wheel, but I don't have a lot of life gain to take advantage of it right now anyway. It's pretty broken when you do. Skittering Surveyor is good with Doom Foretold. Eliminate's not bad. Warrant Warden could be good too. I'm going to take the Surveyor. Oh, Kaya? Alright. Oh, but there's also Elspeth Conquers Death? It's still got to be Kaya though, right? Yeah. Elspeth Conquers Death won't come back, unfortunately. I don't really want anything else out of this pack. Elspeth, Vraska's Contempt, Heartless Act. I'm a little weak to aggro plans right now. So let's see, Thirst can go, Spectral Sailor can go. Probably not Splashing Raven's Wings, but we'll see. I guess I'll take Vraska's Contempt. Well, no, I'm going to take Heartless Act, just because I need stuff to do early so I don't get run over. And it's still good later. I could have problems with Planeswalkers. Well, Bloodchief's Thirst can fix that. That's better than Seal Away or Grasp here. Doomscar? Yes, please. Ketra's Monument, probably not where I want to be here. Magra, well, Magra could be a thing. There's also Sky Sovereign. Sky Sovereign would basically be a sideboard card, though. I guess I'll take Magra. Got a nice little white control deck going here. Veto's probably not where I want to be. A treasure map's good, though. I'll take a treasure map. Oh, Witch came back? Alright, that could be a thing. Magra's lifelink. This deck looks fun. I'm going to leave the Glacial Fortress in here, but I don't know if I'll end up playing it or not. Right now, Raven's Warning is the only blue card that's probably not good enough to splash. I do have a Skittering Surveyor to help with the splash if I wanted, though. Warrant Warden is probably good. I don't think I want to do the Chromatic Orrery. Is Ranger any good? Mana cost 1 or less. Currently that's just Giant Killer. Is there any chance I'd ever play this out of the sideboard? Probably not. I'm probably not playing Ranger either. Probably not playing Mentor. I would play Seal Away. I guess I'll take the Shelter. Sure. So Ministrant and Prophetic Prism are both good with, what's it called? Doom Foretold. Inscription of Ruins, just a powerful card. Ministrant will come back if I want it. I think I like the Prism. Is this a good search for a Skonta deck? I don't know that I really want to splash search. So I'll take the Prism here. I do want a couple of life gain cards. Murderous Rider's pretty good. And there's also like Crawling Barons. I'll take the Murderous Rider though. Reassembling Skeleton's pretty funny with what's it called? Doom Foretold. Alternatively, there's like Thraben Inspector, which is also not bad with Doom Foretold. The Ondu Inversion, Folio Fancies for the sideboard, Take Thraben Inspector. It blocks early, replaces itself. I can sack it to Doom Foretold. And let's be honest, the skeleton probably comes back. Sigrid. Normally Helm the Host is great, but this is not really a deck that can do that. I have 7 creatures right now. Sigrid's really good. It's a little bit of a non-bow with like all my board sweepers. It's also Acquisitions Expert. It's just sort of a value creature. I guess I'll take Sigrid. It's just a good card. Expert might come back. Angel of Sanctions, that's a good card, but there's also Concealed Courtyard. I have pretty heavy mana requirements, but Angel of Sanctions is so good. I think this is out. I have like 4 lands here. I'm going to take Angel of Sanctions. It's just too good to pass, I think, as much as I want that Courtyard. There we go. Isolated Chapel. This time I'm taking that over Banishing Light. It's a better land than the last land, and Banishing Light's a little worse than the Angel, I think. Dusk Legion Zealot would be good, but I need to take the land here. I don't think this is a Dread Wanderer deck, but it could be good Glass Casket deck. Foulmire Knight, Lazotep Reaver. I don't think I want the Reaver. I don't think I'm on the blue splash plan. The Cycling and the Scrylands are good too, though. I'll take the Cycling. Too late. I was going to take the other land. Inscription came back. I'll take that. Archfiend, not where I want to be. I don't want any of this. I guess if I was playing against an aggro deck, there's a chance I'd sideboard in the 1-mana 2/2, so I'll take that. Folio of Fancies if I want to sideboard it in against a control deck. Glorious Protector, maybe against a control deck with removal. Concealed Courtyard came back. Nice! Wouldn't mind Charming Prince, but I'm taking Concealed Courtyard here. So I am going to play the Warrant Warden. I don't have any red. I have 1 red fixing card. I'm mostly going to play the 2-mana side, but I actually have the ability to play the 5-mana side. I also have Prophetic Prism, and Treasure Map can make treasures. So Black-White Control. It looks fun. Alright, so I'm going to call this a land, and I want 18 lands. 5, 6, 7, no islands. So this is 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so I have to make 4 cuts. How did I do on the life gain thing? I don't think I did very good, right? So Doom Foretold triggering can get life gain. Mangara has life link. That's the best way for me to do it. Bertha Meletus can get there. Oh, Shelter is basically a land. So I don't really have any life gain. So I didn't get there on the Witch. So let's see. Removal, 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 kind of removal. I should check and see if Doom Foretold's any good in my deck. Removal, removal, removal. Basically everything in my deck is some kind of removal spell. Maybe I have too much removal. Removal, 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 and removal. So yeah, I have a lot of removal, so I can probably cut some. What's my worst removal? Probably like either Glass Casket or Seal Away. I think I'll... I think Seal Away is probably better. And then... So my win conditions are Starnheim Unleashed, Approach of the Second Sons, Amaria's Call, or Kaya. Approach is pretty bad in my deck. Like, I don't have any way to, like, get it faster. It's literally just to cast it and then win 7 turns later. Maybe that's the cut. Alright, so let's see if Doom Foretold's actually good here. So I have 1. I'm counting this as a thing that I sack, because if they have no creatures, I can sack Seal Away, and then they have to sack... Sorry, if they have no creatures, then they have to sack the thing that I gave them back. Same thing with Sigrid. Not the same thing with Skyclave Apparition, because they get a token back. They don't sack tokens. It is with Angel of Sanctions, though. It's pretty good with Kaya, because you can just +1 on the thing you're going to sack. Not that one, but this one. This one. Yeah, I mean, I've got some stuff going on with it. So this is 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 actual lands and 2 flip lands. How many tap lands? 1 early tap lands. 2, 3, 4-ish. Should I play the Shelter? I don't know if I should play Shelter or not. There's not a lot of creatures I care about protecting, so the spell side is way less relevant than it normally would be. But it could protect like an Apparition or something, so I guess I'll keep it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 white sources, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources, and then a creature that can search for either, and then 2 blue sources. Yeah, it seems good. Alright, let's see if we can play some actual rounds here. Don't have any people just quitting on us. I have both colors. I have a lot of interaction. I guess I'll keep it. I'm always going to have a lot of interaction. That's what my deck does. I'm going to Curious Obsession here. No, just hit me for one. So because they didn't have like a Curious Obsession or something like that, I think I'm just going to play Birth of Meletus, because I'm not too worried about killing that Slitherblade right now. And next turn I can Heartless Act plus Bloodchief's Thirst if that's what I want to do. I'm deciding if they want to Spell Pierce it or something. Also, it just dies when I play Crippling Fear, so if they don't like do something big to it, then it'll just die soon. Trickster, alright. Blue-black. Doomed Necromancer. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to pass. If I need to, I can Sigrid. I'd like to do nothing so that my Crippling Fear kills more stuff. But I probably need to Sigrid to try and get them to use a counterspell if they've got it. I'm going to take the Slitherblade because that's the one I care about them having back the least. Oh, I hope they counter it. They didn't. Maybe they'll tap out for a kill spell? Well, I guess I don't need to Crippling Fear. I wonder if they have a Spell Pierce or a Negate. The pause on Birth of Meletus was the Trickster. And they might have just been playing slowly. I don't think I want a Heartless Act here. I'm sorry, I don't think I want a Crippling Fear here, and I may want a Warden. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Fetid Pools so that I have my blue source up. And I'm going to attack with Sigrid. If they block and then pump, then I can Heartless Act. And if they don't do that, then I'm not leaving myself open. Oh man, they didn't even block first. Not that the 2 damage probably matters. I think it will be killing that one. Question is how. I guess I'll use the more expensive one that isn't an instant. I want to kill that now so that they can't scry to try and get out of this. Going for the Sigrid beats. You got it. The other side is discards 2 cards. Well, I think I want to do that. And I think if they Mind Rot me here, I'll discard Crippling Fear and the Warrant Warden, because I think Murderous Rider is a good safety net, and I'm just planning to ride Starnheim Unleashed. Okay, or they do that. So it's likely they can hit a removal spell here, which means I definitely want to wait on the Crippling Fear until after they kill Sigrid. That's kind of interesting, but not really. I don't want to play Starnheim Unleashed when they have an unknown card from my deck, because they easily could have picked up a Wrath effect. Oh, well, that's yucky. I'm not going to block here. I could block and plan to wipe their board. But I think I want to make them use a resource to do that. Right, now I'm going to hold this land in hand. Oh, just kidding. I could Starnheim Unleashed. I would get 1, 2, 3 tokens. That's 12 damage. Alright, let's present lethal. One, two, three. So I'm not blocking Gonti. See if they picked up a Wrath effect for me. Hope they didn't. Although if they did and they play it, no, never mind, because they'd get Slitherblade back. I guess I could Murderous Rider their Slitherblade and play Doom Foretold, and then I would trigger Doom Foretold on their turn. So they'd lose their last card and 2 life. I would draw a card and gain 2. But then I would have to discard that card. Sure. I think I'll keep the Murderous Rider at this point. Ooh, I even drew a protection spell. That's funny. Didn't matter. Alright, so they're blue-black. They're kind of controlling, but they have some sort of aggro-y pieces. I guess the knight is pretty good even if you're not aggro. So I guess they're blue-black control. They have Doomed Necromancer, which makes the Folio of Fancy's plan a little bit worse. But it might be good enough anyways. Man, I hope they don't Gonti and take like my Kaya. That would be rough. Although Kaya does get... well, I guess they could plus Kaya onto Gonti. That would be terrifying. I was going to say it gets less good, though, when you can't -7 and just buy her back every turn because you go to my graveyard. No, they do have some aggressive cards. So maybe I don't want the Folio of Fancy's plan. Because they have Slitherblade and Merfolk Trickster. And like I said, Knight doesn't have to be an aggressive card, but it can be aggressive. I think I just leave it as is. Oh, is Giant Killer bad? I didn't see a single target, did I? I mean, Knight, I guess. And Sphinx. Yeah, it's probably still fine. After this game, I'm going to get myself some water. Yep. I think this is turn 2 Mindstone, turn 3 Birth plus Foretell on Starnheim Unleashed. Ooh, that's a good start. Two to the top. It's a little scary. Yeah, it does look like they are going for the aggressive bent. The Mind Stone on 2 is going to allow me to, well, that was poorly timed, Thraben Inspector, is going to allow me to play Angel of Sanctions right after they've played their Sphinx. So that's kind of nice. They have the Merfolk again. That'd be a pretty strong start for an aggro. Yep, they do. So because Thraben Inspector doesn't block very well, I'm going to stick with the plan. Actually, no, I still want to play Birth over Prism. Do you want to play Prism over Starnheim Unleashed? So the nice thing about foretelling Starnheim Unleashed is that it's out of my hand, so it can't be thought seized or something like that. But I haven't seen any cards like that, and that last game was not short. So let's play the Prism. Totally cool if they want to counter this. No. So now they play their Sphinx, and then I can Angel it. No, Crystalline Giant. Probably just Angel that too. So I can foretell Starnheim Unleashed next turn, and the turn after that I can make 3 angels. So let's treasure map. If they have a counter spell, I hope they counter this. It's a good spell, but clearly much worse than the Starnheim Unleashed. I think I'm good attacking with the Angel. I'm fine trading 3 for 1, and I don't think blue or black has anything that really punishes this attack that they wouldn't already be able to play. Let's foretell this. And Inspector. And I still have a mana to treasure map with. If they leave mana up, I may plan to not Starnheim Unleashed, because that is the right mana for a counterspell. Sigrid. Yeah, that's probably good enough. And I'm gonna not Starnheim Unleashed here. So let's see. 1, 3, 6. Alright, so I can play the Fetid Pools, I guess. Sure. So they could be digging out Spell Pierce here. But if that's what they're doing, I think I'm okay Starnheim Unleashed into it. I mean, not really, but let's draw first before I scry. It's a weird way for it to tap. Maria's Call? Sure. Um, 3, 6, 7, 8. I think I'm actually going to Amiria's Call here, because I can actually Starnheim Unleashed for more after I flip this treasure map. Pact of Negation. But now they just lose. Alright, well that's one way to go out. Pact of Negation, don't have mana to pay for it. Is it Baby Starnheim though? Because like Starnheim doesn't normally get cast for 7. When it does, it's the same as Amiria. It's worse than Amiria's Call, because Amiria's Call gives indestructible to your non-angels for a turn. I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back. Alright. Back to cube o'clock. Ooh, Yorion as their companion. This hand's probably not great against a Yorion deck, but that's alright. I was wondering that dual lands if they tutored for pack just so that they could like go out on their own terms. Yeah, Yorion as a companion in draft is weird, but it's not unheard of. If you drafted enough good cards, maybe worth it. Turn 2 for Tell. It's like drafting Kaldheim. Well, it looks like they are 5 colors. And I'm going to go ahead. Do I want to mind rot them? The other 2 halves are probably not going to be good. Yeah, I mean, otherwise I'm doing nothing, so I'll mind rot them. Yeah, so they'd probably want to play something like 26 lands in a 60-card deck, right? So that means they have to play 34 of their cards. Out of their 45. I mean, that's doable in Cube. Especially if you're playing 5 colors. Mechagodzilla, sure. Lifelink, okay. I mean, I guess I'll just Angel of Sanctions it, because I want to get a creature on the board. Oh, yeah, Mononoke, were you thinking you need to play 80? You only have to play 60, because it says you have to play 20 more than your minimum deck size. So in draft, that's 60. Do I want to kill Tristani? I don't think I do. I don't think I care about Tristani. Well, they can blink it. Maybe I was supposed to kill Tristani, now that I think about it. Let's giant killer that Yorion over there. I'm going to go ahead and not... I'm going to pop the clue. I think I'm not going to play my giant killer yet, though. Ooh, treasure map was a good draw. So So if they send a bunch of tokens, I get to draw a card, which is pretty sweet. Because if they attack with 2 or more creatures, I get to draw. Also, if they double spell, I get to draw. If they kill my Angel of Sanctions, I'm very likely to Doomscar. I don't want to do it before they kill that, though. Ooh. Well, there goes Angel. And they get to blink Tristani. Oh. They didn't want to kill Angel. Interesting. That's true. It does make it less suspicious. Excellent. Excellent. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. Oh. Just kidding. It didn't kill it. They just threw away a Fatal Push. Oh well. Heartless Act. I don't think I want Heartless Act. Land. There's a white land, which helps me with this castle here. Alright, I'm going to not attack. I'm going to block with Yorion, and then I'm going to Doomscar. Or block with Angel against Yorion, and then I'm going to Doomscar. And really, really hope they don't have a counter spell. For a second I was like, wait, it came back with a counter? That doesn't make sense. Kaya's pretty neat. I need this Doomscar to work. Go! Yes! Oh, I can even Kaya this turn? Do I want to Kaya this turn? I don't think I want to Kaya this turn. Sure. Yep, Ghost form on Giant Killer is neat. Do I want that? I don't think I want that. It's kind of free, and if I draw, what's it called, I'll want it. Let's play that first. Ooh. I think I'm gonna Kaya here, and I can Amaria's Call next turn. Oh man, it tapped my mana weird. Oh well. It tapped my my Treasure Cove. No, don't tap like that. white, white, white. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure, I will attack with my 1/1. Why did I only get 2? Oh, for some reason I thought I made 3. I guess it only makes 2. Gearhulk. Yep, you're right about Baby Starnheim. I thought I made 3. Man, I would love to put a Ghost Form token on Skyclave Apparition, but Skyclave Apparition doesn't, like, kill anything right now. Because they have a big thing and a token thing. I mean, I guess no, let me draw a card. I don't want to Angel of Sanctions the Noxious Gearhulk in case they kill it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I just... do this and pass. I get 2 spirits? Oh, yeah. Finally find a red source. Oops. It's totally not what I meant to do. I meant to tap it. It has Menace. Alright, let's seal it away, I guess. That was stupid. I could have made a token. I'm not going to sack a treasure to make a token. Let's draw a card first. Alright. The thing had Menace. I couldn't just chump block. Otherwise, that's absolutely what I would have done. Is there a reason to play around a Wrath? I mean, probably not, right? I get to Ultimate Kaya next turn. Alright, so they're a control deck, but they're a Yorion control deck, so milling them is not going to be a thing. Approach could be a thing. I didn't see a single counterspell. Yeah. But getting back Sigrid is not all that exciting. Mostly you want to get back Kaya, at least on the first one. Maybe this is where I want Zatalpa. Yeah, okay. Or maybe a Crippling Fear I cut. Because Crippling Fear hits... I mean, it kills the Tristani tokens, but also, like, so do all my other board wipes. Nangara's not that exciting. Do I like Glorious Protector? Not that much. Alright, let's just do this. Yeah, the green Planeswalker that makes tokens, sure. But again, I still have other board wipes. That's not my only board wipe. It's just, it's good against faster decks with smaller creatures, and this deck is not that. If it was, I wouldn't be boarding in an 8-drop. It may be a theme. It seems more likely to me that both of those cards are just fine cards, and they're playing Yorion, so they have to play like all the fine cards they have. This is okay. It's not fantastic, but I'll keep it. If I can draw a white source, I don't have to play the Amiria's Call, which would be nice. Oh, there we go. I'd rather hold the Amiria's Call to play for Angels. Nope, they didn't thin it. I may Skyclave Apparition that Cold Steel Heart. Just to slow him down a little bit. Plus it gets a creature on the board. And it color screws them. No, it doesn't. Not anymore. I'm still going to play it, though. Tristani. Alright, well, I have something else to do when I get to a lot of mana, so I think I'm good playing the Amaria's Call at this point. Yeah. Maybe they'll send their tokens, and then I'll get to kill Tristani. And eat a token. Ha ha ha. Excellent. Yeah, I'll attack. I even have the kill spell for Yorion so that I don't have to worry about it threatening Kaya. Soul Guide Lantern's interesting. I guess because they saw Kaya, it sort of answers Kaya's ultimate. No, not anymore. Oh, I hope they kill the Apparition. That'd be sweet. Yeah. Oh, exiling doesn't count. Oh, no, it does. I get it back. No hexproof, please. Excellent. I'll just trade. Exile this one. Give it a Kaya token. Kaya is ridiculous. Sure. Yep, even gets around exile effect. And I'll go ahead and kill the Beanstalk Giant. I guess I don't need to, because I have this seal away. And if somehow that doesn't work, I have Warrant. Put it on top. Immortal Sun, that's a good one. I don't even really... Oh, just kidding, I have Kaya. I almost said something silly like, I don't have an answer to that. I could play Zapata. Oh, I can't use it. Oh, stupid. Oh well. Yeah. Forgot about that. But that's okay. Kaya's ultimate still happened. Sure. I would like to cast this, please. Unfortunately, I can't protect it with Kaya. Do I care about them having a ton of extra mana? I don't think so. Well, maybe. Because they're drawing 2 cards a turn. You're right. I totally can. Man, Kaya's so good. I guess I'm willing to trade my one free apparition for the incubation druid if they want to do that. I'm going to keep this land in hand because I totally don't need it, and there's a chance they're playing Mind Rot effects. Man, they got out Immortal Sun one turn too late. Rankle, sure. Yorion, okay. Ooh, Sword could be a problem. I guess not. Zapata's just, or Zatalpa's just good. Oh, also I can apparition it if they ever kill my apparition. I also have Giant Killer. Two, 5, 7, 9. 2, 4, 6, 7. So I don't actually have enough mana to do all the things. But I think I can do enough of the things. 3, 2, and 2. Yeah. All right. Sure. Mm-hmm. I hope they attack me. I don't really think they will, but I hope they do. Man, basically my whole board is just Kaya Ultimate plus Zatalpa. It's like holding their whole board back. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give my Zatalpa Pro Black when they try to kill it. because I don't want them to be able to get the attack in here. Excellent. I will let them choose on Rankle before I do anything. Oh, it's when it hits me. Never mind, not when it attacks. Alright, so I'm gonna seal away and I'm gonna chop down. I guess I'm gonna chop down this one. And I'm gonna seal away this one. And I'm gonna block this one. And I guess I could chump block. I don't really need to though. Doomscar. Sweet. It does mean that I don't kill them next turn if I Doomscar. I guess I don't need to. So I can Blood Chief's Thirst. Let me make sure it's tapping correctly because I need all white mana after this. Thirst on Tristani to make going white that much harder. Play Giant Killer and play... Oh, you're right, Mononokel. I need to know what all my own cards do, huh? Yeah, just like this. Make it that much harder to go wide. I think the sword doesn't really matter at this point. I was thinking Zetalpa would die, and then I would get it back next turn, but it doesn't have haste, so it would buy them another turn. But you're totally right. It is indestructible. Well, when your cards are powerful enough, guess you don't really need to know what they do. Sure. Yuppers. Yeah, Murderous Rider is my card. Alright, I think I like this, and this, and I'm blocking this one so they gain less life. Probably doesn't matter. Hooray! Zetalpa plus Kaya got there. Honestly, it's mostly Zetalpa. I mean, Kaya was a removal spell, which was nice, but I think I was able to cast Zetalpa on the next turn, the turn that I just put it into play for free. So the Kaya thing didn't matter that much, except that it left the Exile out as not an out anymore. Alright, well it is 9:40, so I'm going to call it there. Unless something changes, as you know, I have that side gig, and I only know within 48 hours if I have a client or not. So I may or may not be back Friday. The plan will be to, but I'll remove it from my schedule if I'm not going to, kind of like last Friday where I did day of. I don't think it would have casted a turn early if I played it the same way, because I kept a land in hand and it was the 8th land, and I just didn't play it. So I could have just hard casted a Tulpa that turn, the turn that I put it in for free. I could have casted a turn early if I had done that correctly, but anyways, so I hope to see you Friday, but like I said, if you're interested, check Friday before the stream to make sure that I'm still planning to stream. I'll remove it from the schedule if I'm not. Thanks all for joining me, and see you all soon.